Hello there, what is going on, everyone? We're talking about Star Wars Legion today. Asmodee and Atomic Mass Games have given us some release dates and some information on the card packs and the new faction-specific core sets, or the new starters that we're going to be seeing. And we're going to talk about these today because there's a whole lot of dates. If you are interested in getting your hands on these, we can show you where to pre-order and tell you whether or not you need to actually get these, and also some more information on the core sets as well. We're going to switch over to some of the articles because we have a lot of information on what is actually going to be in these card packs, and some leaks from Asmodee UK on the new core sets, which should hopefully hold true, because dates that are published according to websites sometimes are accurate, sometimes they're less accurate, although we're getting closer to them now, so they're probably going to be mostly accurate. I don't think they would have published these if they were grossly inaccurate. So we're going to go off of what's posted on their website, and we'll go from there. If you're new here to the channel, we are still doing a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we've got the scene to stats, the unit card packs. We're talking about the Separatists, Rebels, Galactic Empire, the Republic, Mercenary card packs, as well as the Command card packs. All of these card packs. Now, these aren't exactly cheap. They're not exactly cheap to get all of these, especially if you play multiple factions. Quick look at prices. They're available on the Asmodee store right now. You're looking at anywhere between $17.99 to $23 or so, up to $27 for the Empire, $26.99 for the Empire and the Rebellions, $22.99 for the Legion card pack, for the Mercenaries. This is a lot, especially if you play multiple factions, because you could theoretically need to get, one or two faction packs. You might also want Command card pack. You might also want the Mercenary pack. Now, if you were curious as to what comes in these packs, because what about if I'm not playing Mercenaries, like I'm not playing Shadow Collective, but I do have Mercenaries that go in the Rebel Alliance? Well, we'll go back to the link this is the Scene to Stats card pack. We'll put a link to this site in the video description below. You can check that out. It's going to actually tell you what all comes in here. So if you are, like, for example, a Rebel player, we can say, we'll open that and we'll take a look. And this is going to tell you everything that comes in the card pack. And you're going to see you're going to get Mercenaries in there, like Din Djarin and IG-88 and Grogu and Boba Fett, Daimyo and Omega and the Bad Batch and Chewbacca, also known as Chewbacca, depending on which region of Star Wars you're from. Yeah, so you're going to get all this other stuff. You're going to get those Ewoks. You're going to get Ahsoka Tano, Fulcrum, all of those. So you're going to get all this stuff in the Rebel card pack. And there's different links for each one, so you can take a look at all of that. The important thing here, I think that's worth noting, is that you don't have to get your Mercenary card pack unless you want to play Shadow Collective and you want to get all of those Mercenaries. Or if you want duplicates, or you just want to be a completionist and you want to get everything. Best news I can tell you is you don't need to buy any of this. All of this stuff is available 100% free. That's totally free, my friends. You don't need to buy any of this. It's all at atomicmassgames.com. You can print and play everything you see here. You don't need to buy any of this. Don't waste your money on stuff that they're giving you for free. Don't buy this stuff if you already have it for free. Now, if you want the cards, if you want the fancy new cards, then by all means. Here's why I'm not going to buy them. They're expensive, and I play all the factions, so I'd have to spend like $200 or whatever to get all of it. The other reason I'm not going to buy it is these are going to change. They do errata and updates all the time. These are probably going to be good for 6 months before they all change again. So yeah, I'm not interested in physical cards like at all anymore. I print out my list, and thanks to amazing list builders like Tabletop Admiral, like that have all the that pretty much keep everything up to date, and like I just never have to do that. So yeah, so AMG publishes all of their print and play stuff on their website. You don't need any of these card packs. I don't recommend anybody pick these up unless you just really want to give AMG your money, then go for it. If you really, really want the physical card packs, and again, this is a luxury item. It's not something that you need to have to play the game. You can totally just use the print and play. It's one of those deals where, there are some games where I'll buy card packs for. I do this for Warhammer and stuff like that because I don't like to have to, I don't like having to reference my phone over and over and over again. But considering how easy it is to print the cards out, to print your list out, I like to have something for quick reference to my list. They make everything available, print and play, very, very easy. It's a total no-brainer. Definitely hit up the print and play stuff over at atomicmassgames.com. They have errata documents. They have all the print and play documents. You can get all of the cards there. Even your command cards, which is something maybe you want to at least pick up the command cards. I could see that. But those are going to change also. And maybe there'll be subtle printing errors. Almost any serious competitive event, you're probably going to have to sleeve your cards anyway. So just sleeve your cards, put an ace of spades in there, and then, print out your command card and put it in over top of that. So you get your thickness and all of that good stuff. That's how I'm doing it. That's how I'll continue to do it. I'm not buying any of these, and I don't really, I don't think it's a good purchase. It's cool that they give you the option, but they give you an option for free because they already give you all the stuff for free. So these are, it doesn't pass the common sense test. All right. Additionally, if you do want to get into the game, over at asmodee.co.uk, they have published some of the starter set information. Now, these are in pounds sterling, so 84.99 is not the same as dollars. And of course, the prices may be a little different in the United States due to tariffs and all that other stuff. So I expect this to be about 115 or so, or somewhere around that. But we do have some release dates. Now, again, in the United States, sometimes we write dates certain ways, and other parts of the world, they write dates in different ways. This is going to be September 19th, 2025. And for the Rebel Alliance starter set, as well as the Galactic Empire starter set, also September 19th, 2025. And if you can wait an extra month or so, you're going to go into October, which is going to give us October 17th, as when the Clone Wars core sets are currently set to be coming out. That's the Galactic Republic, and then the Separatist Alliance also October 17th. So in time for Halloween, you should have all of these core sets available. Now, if you're already a player, there's nothing in here that you need to get. I don't really see myself picking any of these up because I've already got loads and loads of Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers and Rebel Troopers and all of this stuff. I know the new sculpts are there, but it's expensive, and I don't want to buy stuff that I already have. It's kind of the same argument I have with the print and play stuff. Although I kind of like the new Stormtroopers, I have faith, and I have faith of the heart, to quote an old Enterprise theme song that I can't stand. But I've got faith that we're going to see Gungans someday, and when Gungans are announced, I'm going to probably want to max out and run a full Gungan battle force. So I think I need to save for that. So yes. So if you're interested in getting into these new core sets, they're available here. But of course, if you're not in asmodee.co.uk, if you're not over in England, or in the United Kingdom rather, you're probably not ordering from this particular website. But they're here, and it doesn't say you can actually order them yet. Maybe this was posted in error. The dates might potentially be subject to change, but that's a pretty good estimate. A lot of people have been talking about when is Mini-Stravaganza going to be coming out, because there's been guesses that they'll be talking about all this stuff maybe after the core sets come out. It has been hinted at that it'll be later in the year, and some people have said November. That's going to be a really interesting time frame, because at that point you'll have all the new starters out. It'll be into reprint cycles, and it'd be really interesting to see if they have anything to announce at Mini-Stravaganza. I'm really curious to see what they have to reveal, because of the fact that Adepticon was so light on the news. They either have very little to talk about, or have been really saving all of their apples for a giant bushel display of I don't know. Apple's isn't a good example. They've been really saving all of their stormtroopers for a giant. I don't know. Anyway, there's going to be something. You know, they're going to talk about some new stuff at Mini Extravaganza for sure. So it'll be exciting to see when that eventually comes around. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know if you are as well. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are out of this world and help make this whole channel possible. I will talk to you later. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dude. So say we all, and always wash your socks.